Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. And so in this video, it's been about a little over 2 days with the device. So I'm going to answer some of your questions, and I'm going to start with the number one question that has been asked in the other videos that I've done, the Galaxy S10e. And that number one question is, drum roll, that was a horrible drum roll, how is the battery? Well, all right, so this is an easy one. The phone is still learning my usage behavior. So I can't tell you official numbers of what the phone is reading, but I can tell you the phone does last a full day. And so by that I'm saying it's going to get between maybe 20 to 26 hours. That's about what I'm seeing right now. And the screen on time, I can't really measure it again because it still says learning my usage behavior. So this phone has a 3100 milliamp hour battery inside, and a lot of you guys are concerned about that, but the optimization for the phone seems to be pretty decent. I'm guessing my screen on time is between 5 and 6.5 hours, with about 20 to 26 hours of actual battery off the charger. The phone does charge really, really fast, so that's something that you should keep in mind. If you're using a fast charger, it's going to charge really, really fast. And really, really fast, I mean, you'll be topped off in about an hour and 15 minutes, possibly hour and 20 minutes, maybe, or less. And I think that's really, really fast. But the phone has been operating fairly well. That was the number one question that I got, and I wanted to start right there. So with that being said, the phone's overall togetherness is all the way there. And what I mean is, this is another compact powerhouse phone. I think what's happening now is that some of us who love big phones, we have to have a small phone in the catalog. And I personally have several small powerhouse phones: iPhone, Pixel, Galaxy, Xiaomi. I've got a lot of phones that are very powerful that have this 5.5 to 5.8 inch screen, and it's really great. So I posted a video on the camera in the screen there, and how it was watching videos, because that was another question that I got, and it's fine to me. It doesn't bother me. Some people gave some recommendations like, hey, I would turn it this way to watch videos, so the camera will be on the bottom right side and the volume rock will be on the top. That's a great recommendation. I just kind of hold it for some reason like this. The stereo speakers on this thing, when watching content, is extremely loud. They're not pixel loud, but it is great quality because the Dolby Atmos is there, and it's really, really nice. Now, when you plug into the device with your headphone jack, you're going to get the premium sound that you actually been looking for with earbuds in. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't tested the AKG headphones yet, but I have tested my OnePlus version 2 earbuds, and man, it is really, really solid. It's really good. So those are some of my favorite earbuds right now that are 3.5. So that's why I've been using those a lot. And I do have the Type-C as well, but I haven't even started to get into those yet. But the sound quality, whether it's over the stereo speakers or plugging in, it's good, folks. It's really good. Now, side note, man, there's some eBay. Now, I bought, here's the next question. It's not a side note. This is the next question that I was asked several times in some of the other videos. Where did you buy yours from? I just went on eBay, typed in Galaxy S10e, chose the color that I wanted, chose the price. Now, right now, I got mine with since it's the international version, I got mine with 128 gig bonus card inside the box. I guess that's how some of the international versions are going. I also got this free case as well. But there are some sellers on there that are selling it lower than the price that I got. And I paid $690 for mine. And there are some sellers that are selling it for $650. So you do your own research. You Google and search. I'm not going to promote these sellers because they're already making money. You just do your research. Go into eBay if you want the international version. If you don't want the colors that are available in the US, you go ahead and jump on eBay, Amazon, whatever you want to do. You buy from wherever you want to buy from. But that was another question that I got. Where did you get yours from? How much did you pay? I paid $690, and I got the color green that I wanted, the Prism green, and I got that free 128 gig card, which I do have in there, and it's working fine. So I do have the Exynos version, I think in the first video that I did, I misspoke at one point at the beginning of that video, but I tagged it down below that I accidentally said 855. But the Exynos version is the one that I have. Now the difference with this Exynos version from the previous Exynos version I had on the Note 9, this one seems to be performing very well with battery. Like, that was the issue that I had. And this one actually has a smaller battery. So, you know, that was probably the only thing that I disliked about the first Galaxy Note 9 to a certain extent. But the Exynos version, performance, it's fantastic. I don't see any hiccups, no problems. I haven't had any crashes. Again, I got an update as soon as I took it out of the box to the latest security patch and some bug fixes, even though I didn't experience any bugs. But the international version works LTE for the US. Obviously, I'm using it on T-Mobile. It's going to work with AT&T, Cricket, Simple Mobile, all these places that have that use a SIM card. And I've also been told that the international version will work with Verizon, because obviously Verizon's doing some tweaks. I canceled my Verizon account a long time ago, and yeah, that's where it's at. The international version works in the US. I've already given you a speed test and to show you how it's going to work for you, possibly in your area. We're in different parts of the world, so just keep that in mind. The speed test is just to demonstrate where I live at, that I'm getting very good speeds that are acceptable to me. Now the only band that this phone is missing is 71 for the US, and you know, that's not something that I'm even worried about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of doing a little speed test right now. I'm getting about 30 or so down, well, I got 30 right on the dot. But overall, the network, phone calls, text messages, all of that, I just went in and put the SIM card in there, and it picked up LTE, and then I went back in just to be sure and check the APNs, and I selected the T-Mobile version because it recognized the T-Mobile SIM, and that was that. So speeds are really fast. I got 30 and 20 up. I do have the dual SIM version, so the international version is the dual SIM version, and that's something to take note of when deciding to purchase. But overall, I've been really impressed with this, man. There's not too much you can actually do in 48 hours, but what you can do when you first get a phone is you'll start to know whether or not how you feel about that phone, if you want to return it or if you hate it. You know, that's why you have to give yourself about 2 to 4 days before you start doing a return or something like that. I'm not talking about myself. I'm not returning this. I'm saying in general, when people ask questions like how's the battery or how's this, how's that, you're going to need at least 2 to 4 days to get some feel of how you feel about the phone and whether or not you think you're going to like it or not. I can tell you though, just for kind of a negative, the only negative I see at this point, if you want me to call out a negative, is probably going to be that battery, because it's taking some time this is the first time I've seen one of the phones, any phone that I purchased from Samsung, it still says learning my usage. And pretty much my usage is just going to be the same with everything. Social media, lots of video watching, lots of YouTube, lots of emails, lots of text, and lots of phone calls. So I've even recorded a video with this phone. I recorded the Bluetooth wireless earbuds. I think it's iTechnique or something like that. I recorded these in 4K at 60 FPS with this particular phone, and I just put the video out. That's one of the first time I just posted a video. I just put it up, and I didn't even bother for it to I didn't even wait for it to get all the way processed in the system. But you know, it looks good, man. From what I can see, I'm just really honestly just clicking on it now to check it out. I don't really watch my own videos after I post them, but yeah, the video is crystal clear. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll have a separate video camera review for this. It might be up depending on when you're watching this, but just be sure to check my channel if you're not subscribed. You can subscribe if you want to, or you can just come back every day and watch the videos, or if I post videos, just come back and watch. That's really all that matters to me. But yeah, overall, the feeling I get from this phone is that I'm really gonna like it. I'm probably gonna have to charge it once a day. Once it settles in, I'm probably gonna have to charge this once a day. And I think on average, I'll probably be averaging about 5.5 hours of screen on time, which is decent, you know what I'm saying? Because this isn't let's not shake a leg at the price tag of $750 that Samsung's offering. But when you consider this, now everybody's already discounting the phone, and to stick this down to $650 already, you know what I'm saying? So and I paid $690 for mine, $698 or something like that. So I'm perfectly fine with my price. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the color. You know, I got the LTE speeds. It's good. I got a 128 gig card. It's comfortable for me. I like my purchase, and I'm really happy with this. I really like the size of this phone, and I'm thinking that I don't know if I think I said it earlier, but I think small flagship phones are going to just be the way to go for a lot of people. Now, in the first video, I said that this is compared to the S10, or excuse me, the iPhone 10 or 10s, and I stand firm on that. I don't think this phone should be compared to really to the iPhone 10R, because in my personal experience and my humble experience, I think this is a better phone than the 10R. But the 10R is a beast, so you need to consider that. I think the 10R is probably the smartest purchase from Apple from all those phones they released, and I think this is the smartest purchase for all those phones that are being released from the Galaxy. So for those that disagree with that, that's fine. I respect your opinion to disagree, but I test a lot of phones, I buy a lot of phones, and not even having the S10 yet or the S10 Plus, I can see that this should be, if I was a salesperson, I would easily be pushing this over the bigger versions, because you're getting the same processing power, you're getting the same cameras. And for those who jump out real quick and say, oh, but you don't get this camera, it has less cameras, I'm always do this. This phone right here has the best still shot cameras. I don't think I could ever get away from that. However, this phone is not a slouch, and I just feel like the S10e, while you may hear people on the internet telling you, like, some people are, again, no disrespect, but some people are just straight up followers. They just hear one thing from one person and they only follow that person, and they feel like that person's word is bond. So you got to do your own research. You got to go test things. You got to buy them yourself. You got to do your own thing. You got to think for yourself. And I'm not telling you to agree with me. I'm just telling you, in my humble experience of testing all these phones and buying all these phones, I can see why, if I was a salesperson, I would be pushing this phone more than the other ones, because it has all the same features. You know what I'm saying? It's the same phone. It's just smaller, costs less, has less RAM, and a couple of cameras are off, but how many cameras do you actually need? Those are all selling points. If they're there, if they were on this phone, then okay, it's there. But the fact that they're not there and they're still pushing out quality photos and just very nice, you got to think about it for yourself, man. All I'm saying is this phone should not be ignored. In the end, if I were you, I would do my own research. But my opinion is this phone should not be ignored, just like the 10R should not have been ignored. It kind of got crapped on way before it even got out. And that's the same thing that's kind of happening, with this phone. People aren't really crapping on it, but they're kind of making little silly comments. Like, I've heard people saying that someone said it was a peasant phone or something, or it's beneath all the other phones, or you can't afford to get the other phones, so you're buying the cheap version. To each your own. If that's what you need to say to gas yourself up to spend more money and get the same performance I'm getting, so be it. But I can tell you this. I'm a tech reviewer, but I'm also a budget-minded person in some respects, for I'm trying to get something done. And yeah, I'll probably get the S10 or the S10 Plus, but remember, I'm reviewing phones, and I can tell you, if I get the S10 Plus and I get the S10, I probably won't keep them over this phone, because the size is right, the performance is right, the cameras are tight, and just the overall build quality and color that I'm getting is what I wanted. So I don't want to settle for things, and this is expensive, folks. This is $690, so that's not something to shake a leg at. I also have other phones coming that are half the price of this, or less than half, and some are right at half, and they're probably going to do just as well, or not, if not better. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to stand up against the Sony phone. The Motorola, I think it'll probably beat out the Motorola pretty simple, the G7, whenever it gets here. But the Sony phone, I think the Sony phone is going to give this phone a run for its money, or it might even beat it out. Now, one of the last questions I want to cover in this video is, how are the cameras compared to the Pixel? This has been another top question that I've been getting, and I'll say this: I haven't compared them yet. I haven't even considered putting these next to each other yet, because I'm still in my youth phase. I'm an infant right now with this phone. I'm still learning it. I'm still, well, not so much learning it, but I'm still using it. It's only been going on 3 days, or a little over 2 days, or whatever it's been. and it's an experience, man. I really like this phone, so and I really like this phone. So, but cameras is something that I kind of focus on when I'm doing. I just do video portion and a few photos. I really focus on video because I do a lot of videos and things like that. So I haven't officially compared it to the Pixel. So whenever I post that, just look for it. But I don't plan on doing it like right away because I'm still in a serious heavy review phase for this phone. So in about 2 weeks, I'll be able to probably give you a mini review of this phone and tell you some official things about it. Because hopefully by then, the battery is not saying learning your behavior still. Go figure. So it's your man Jay. I hope I answered some of your questions. You know what I'm saying? I've got plenty of videos. I've got the camera review for this for videos. I'm going to go over some features of the phone, you know, things like that. I'm going to do those in small videos for you guys because I know some of you guys don't like to watch long videos or anything over 5 minutes. And some people want to watch videos over 5 to 10 minutes. So try to get some for everybody. So hope you guys enjoy, man. Just a quick discussion video on my experiences with the Galaxy S10e after a couple days, almost 3 days or so. I'm thoroughly impressed. And like I said, if I could have a downfall, it's probably going to be the battery. But a battery case is going to come out, and I'll probably review it. So that'll be that. But for now, not too many negatives. But hey, we should see how that goes in the future. So it's your man Jay. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.